But I understand the next entity members wish to debate is the Human Rights Commission. Is New Zealand Railways Corporation, also known as Kiwi Rail. The question is that the report of the Transport and Industrial Relations Committee on the 2012-13 financial review of New Zealand Railways Corporation be noted.
Chairman.
I call Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The performance of Kiwi Rail management has been so poor that it should be fired. This is a company which has spent mega millions of public money with very little to show for it. And this government has sat back and twiddled its thumbs while things get worse and worse. And the government has seen to it that New Zealand Rail gets far too little resources to improve its network. In Auckland, the expansion of the City Rail network will be far too slow, while government instead spends more and more billions of dollars on a motorway expansion program which cannot solve that region's transport problems. In the Hawke's Bay, the mothballed Napier to Gisborne line has not been repaired for a paltry $4 million required for that purpose, despite the Prime Minister's original statement soon after the slips occurred which closed that line, that the road would never be enough by itself. Now, the slips which closed the line are one thing, but now the slippage by the government in failing to repair that line is completely another and is totally unacceptable to New Zealand First, but also to the majority of people in that region, and for good reason. Since those slips occurred which closed that line, $4 million, about the same that would be required to repair the line, has been spent on the Gisborne to Napier road on just a few passing lanes. So the government can find money for that, but it can't find money to keep the line open. But the elephant, or should I say the ship in the room, is the Kiwi Rail Cook Strait services. Anyone can see that this comedy of errors shows serious mismanagement of this service by an incompetent management and board. We have seen breakdowns and mishaps one after the other in that service, resulting from what is best called a floating lemon, the Aratiri, and then, of course, it was lengthened. And as soon as a train was put on it, a laden train was put on it, it showed a tendency to flex because the lengthening of that ship was not appropriate for the vessel. Then the series of mishaps followed, and here is a list of just a few of them. The ship bending along the keel and twisting when under load, toilets not working properly, problems with lifeboats, the freight capacity for trucks being reduced, the ship breaking down within a few days of arriving back into service, the engines not being powerful enough to drive the ship through heavy seas because of the extra weight and length, an infestation of rats, problems with the cargo doors, stabiliser, ballast and radar problems, and of course a propeller falling off. And then there's the thousands of litres of fuel that were lost somewhere. A litany of errors, as I have said. Mr. Chairman, this company simply doesn't know what it's doing. Kiwi Rail's Cook Strait ferry operation is a chapter of errors and of sheer incompetence and dangerous blunders. And the Aratiri is now on its way back from Singapore. Let's hope it makes it, Mr. Chairman. What has been the true cost of the ferry? Is it $100 million, $150 million, $200 million? It's hard to tell. So it's not just a lemon, it's a longer lemon, but not only that, a very expensive lemon too. When it gets back, it will still have restrictions on freight and sailing conditions, so it's not just a lemon, but a limited lemon as well. all because management couldn't get it right. Now we understand that the company is seriously thinking about buying the Stena Allegra, another lemon, a cast-off from another country, not suited to Cook Strait conditions at all. And the price, we understand, is $8 million, a cheap, nasty rust bucket, even more prone to breakdowns than the Aratiri. This boat uses 20 times the lubricant of other ferries. Why would that be? We all know that running a car burning oil has a serious engine problem. This rust bucket is at the end of its useful life and should not be replaced, but the management and board should be, Mr Chairman.
The question is that the report of the Transport and Industrial Relations Committee on the 2012-13 review of New Zealand Railways Corporation be noted. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I understand the next entity members wish to debate is Solid Energy New Zealand, and the question is that the report of the